Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Merit Council dated December 9th, 2024. So let's go ahead and move into setting the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda this afternoon? I'm sorry, would you please make a note that we have a quorum? I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. Sorry. Okay, hearing no additions or deletions, we'll set the agenda. First item of business will be approval of the minutes of the meeting of September 16th. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, call for the question. A motion to approve?
Second.
I need a motion, I'm sorry.
So moved.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, second by Vaughn, thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Second item, since Mr. Valiant is no longer on the Merit Council, that creates a vacancy in the position of Vice Chair. So at this point, I'll open up the nominations for Vice Chair of the Merit Council Board. Do I hear any nominations? Okay, I will make a nomination. I'd like to nominate Mr. Boatman as Vice Chair. I need a second.
Second.
Thank you. Any further nominations? Hearing none, call for the question. All in favor of Mr. Boatman serving as the Vice Chair of the Merit Council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
At this point, I'd like to introduce our newest member to the Merit Council, Mr. Dan Johnson. Thank you very much for agreeing to serve. We'll look forward to your participation in the business at hand and in the future. So welcome, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
With that, we're going to set the meeting dates for next year. As you know, we're supposed to meet a minimum of each quarter. So we don't have any pending grievances or personnel actions, so we can just do whatever's convenient. Is there any absolute can't meet dates in the first quarter of 2025?
The volume is on sale for
Let
only
me just-
$49.
Let me just turn that down for everybody. Thank you. Sorry, I apologize for that. I would suggest, just as a suggestion, starting point, the first quarter of each year, we elect the new chair and vice chair for the board. So my suggestion would be that we have the meeting in January so we can do that business. And if there's no oppositions, then we can pick a date in January. Is anybody opposed to doing that business in January? No? Okay, thank you. Is Monday best convenient for everybody, or is there any issues with Mondays?
Monday's good.
Okay. So your options are 6, 13, 20, and 27. Go ahead, ma'am. The 20th. Okay, so now you're down to 3. 6, 13, and 27. Anybody have any preference?
13th.
13th? Okay. How's the 13th, Mr. Vaughn?
Good.
That's fine. Okay, 13th, and so there is just the one consideration is, like you see, today we're meeting at 12:30 to be sensitive to the county commission's meeting schedule. So is 12:30 okay? Do we meet early? Is that all right with everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so let's set them, sorry?
12:30 is
Okay,
good.
so let's set the meeting for January 13th, 2025 at 12:30. So then moving to the second quarter, April, May, June. Does anybody have any blocks in April?
I do.
Okay.
The April 7th through the 11th, I won't be available.
Okay. Should we move it to that? Usually there's spring break in April with anybody that has children or whatever in school. You want to move it to May? Does Anybody have any blocks in May that they're out? How does May 12th, the day after Mother's Day, how does that look? 12:30?
Good.
Okay. Okay, so any opposition to the 12th of May? Okay, so 12:30 again in here, okay? Ms. Taylor, do you have that, ma'am? Thank you. Okay, moving July, August, September. Why don't we go, what's the 14th of July look like? Anybody have an issue with the 14th of the July?
No.
Okay. Mrs. Taylor, is that fine? Thank you. 12:30. So then, October, looking at October 13th, which is a Monday at 12:30. Anybody have any objections to that? You believe it's a holiday? Thank you. Yeah, it is Columbus Day. Okay, so is the 13th? Does anybody have a conflict on the 13th of October?
No.
Okay, 12:30 in same meeting location. So that's the agenda or the meetings for the year. Mrs. Taylor, can I impose on you to send an email to give everybody that? Thank you. And you'll post it on the website, so everybody, okay, great. Okay. Moving on, item E, request from the Sheriff's Office to amend rules and regulations 6.1.3F, eligibility requirements to include uncharacterized discharges as an acceptable discharge pending a waiver through post-commission and/or Tennessee Corrections Institute. And I would ask, is there someone from the Sheriff's Office that would like to speak to this? Sheriff Spangler, thank you for coming this afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Council. Thank you for your time today. Should be fairly brief. What I'm asking for is for us to, or at least for the Merit Council to accept applications from military veterans that have separated from the military with an uncharacterized explanation, if you will, on their DD 214, because some of those can be medical. Let us determine whether or not I want to, or whoever the sheriff is, whether they want to take that individual to the TCI board and or to post-commission and ask for a waiver for them to be hired on there. So I guess the question is, or at least what I'm requesting is, obviously we don't want anybody who's been discharged with a dishonorable discharge, anything like that, but I want to be able to have those individuals who have uncharacterized. I have two that we've had call in, and it's due to medical. And what I will tell you, I sit on the Post Commission, which is the Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission for the state of Tennessee. We've had several, and when I say several, it's more than a lot of individuals that have come with uncharacterized, and it's due to the fact that they refused to take the COVID test. And we automatically approved them. And I think that's just something that let the Post Commission and or TCI board decide whether or not, or at least the sheriff and or chief make that decision to take that to one of those boards and have that happen there. So just so that when the applicant turns in an application and it comes to the merit board and it comes to review, if it says anything other than honorable or under general, then we don't get it. So I just want to make sure that we do get it.
Any questions for the sheriff? Thanks, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Does anyone in the audience wish to speak in opposition to this request? Hearing none. Any questions from the board in general regarding this? Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. I need a second, please.
I second.
Any further discussion on it? Hearing none, call for the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Pass unanimous. Seeing as, is there any further business for the council this afternoon? Okay, hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you.